And action.
Alright, welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Everyone should be able to hear and see us, and we'll get started.
Got a thumbs up from
Yep,
Michael.
we're good.
Our adventurers, the Troll Skull Syndicate, have been hanging out in Waterdeep. They recently attended the opera, where a interesting character named Mert revealed himself as an agent of the Harpers and asked them to track down a talking horse for information.
The horse, of course, is named Ed.
So you all headed back to Troll Skull Manor, which is currently under renovations, and you had a full night of sleep. And it is now the morning, the 3rd of Tarsak.
It's my birthday. No, I don't know.
Yay.
I didn't even think of put in a birthday.
I feel like Gus is one of those guys that would say every day is his birthday.
Well,
Like-
no, every day is your birthday because you get to be with Gus.
Oh,
Oh,
I see. Super fancy.
all right. So we're gonna do the thing.
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
guess we'll do the thing, the plan. We're gonna leave Waterdeep and head north.
We've heard stories of giants.
Road.
Seek them.
You're gonna talk to Lord Neverember to ask him where he hid his gold.
yeah, right. We'll go to Neverwinter.
But yeah,
so-
so go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, so I think what we want to do is we're going to check some stables along the way, but we're going to work our way to the dock ward via the what's her name? The Blackstaff.
Blackstaff.
And then work down to the dock ward, and then from there, if necessary, we'll be splitting the party about 7 different ways with the 4 of us.
Yep.
That sounds bloody.
It only hurts the first time. After that, you don't feel a thing.
Okay.
Is it a total?
Well, hopefully you
party
feel
kill?
something, you know?
Is it a total party kill if you're all separated?
It
No,
can
it's
be.
only a partial party kill.
Well, if you're all separated and you all get killed.
Yeah, true. It's possible.
I don't know. I think it's semantics. All right, so we will all wake up, I'm assuming, and
Yes.
gather ourselves. Grab some.
Did Gus actually stay
or
at-
just walk?
Did Gus actually stay at Troll Skull, or are you meeting them from...
I'm staying at Troll Skull. I'm just sleeping in a rollout.
Okay.
Bedroll.
Bedroll.
Yeah.
So you're
Sleep.
leaving,
Christmas roll.
you're all leaving from here in the morning.
I refer to it as slumming,
Were you sleeping in front of Lindariel's door? Is that what you're doing?
like a good dog.
Oh God.
And the blushing starts early today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't hear me. I just said let's just put a red filter over me, and it's just the whole time.
She is now pink.
Hey, man, chat from the Friday game was great.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So I would say we'll head out. Probably take the cart. It'll be
Mhm.
easier, and then head
Yeah,
toward.
I think we're just going to go on foot, so we don't have to worry about like
That's fair.
storing the horses and everything. It's just there's a little bit of work that goes along with it because we're going to
Well-
go see the Blackstaff. Oh,
Do we need the horses to be like, I have these horses, like to be like, I'm looking for a pair for my
That's what I was curious. Can you talk to the horses and see if they can speak with each horse they go by, ask them their name, and then let you know, give you some sort of signal, a neigh, perhaps.
And you wondered how we were going to split ourselves 7 ways, Steve.
So have my horses talk to every horse that they
Yeah.
pass by,
Hey, how are you doing?
cat.
and then at the end of the day they can tell me like,
Oh yeah,
Like
the
if I
first horse
make
we
the
walked
first
by like 9
signal.
hours ago. That was it.
Say, Lindario, go ahead and make an intelligence check. Or
Oh,
a,
thank
or a
you.
nature check.
let's just go ahead and get that out of the way.
I would like to inspire her.
That if with nature, that would be a 16.
16. I think you would know that the natural language of horses, they don't communicate that much amongst each other.
Okay.
So they could kind of talk to each other a bit, but they're just horses. They can't really like.
They don't be like, yo, Maurice.
Yeah, they don't be like, have you seen a Maxine around today?
Yeah.
Yo, Maurice.
I don't know.
Wow.
That's the first thing they came to me.
Indeed.
This is South Central Waterdeep.
Right. So, we're gonna gather ourselves up and head to where we believe we can meet Blackstaff.
Yes.
Okay, so you're heading to the Blackstaff Tower.
And
Mhm.
I guess
And we're checking any stables along the way.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, how are you checking them?
If we see any, we would interact.
Okay.
Now, question: if we just go there and say, "Is there a Maxine here?" and see if a horse makes a noise, I mean, would we be giving up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
do that, Gus. Or as Dan would say, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
I will
Or
walk
go,
up to
go,
each horse
yo,
and say,
Maxine.
"Are you Maxine?"
Yo, Max.
So there are plenty of stables. Like, it's kind of like everyone has a garage. So there's lots of apartments are built. There's the first floor are stables. There's lots of like each block probably has at least one stable. So if you're checking each one, we're gonna be here for a while.
I think we.
And a lot of them are private, so like a lot of private residences, like the townmosts, have their own.
Yeah, we'd be looking for like more public stables.
Yeah, the public stables that are part of the fleet for whatchamacallit, drays.
Okay.
Because it's a dray, right?
That's how it was described to you, yes.
Yeah. So it would be the dray stables.
Okay. So, you don't know where any of those are offhand. I'll actually let Lynn make a history check. Or a survival check. Whichever one's better. To try to navigate / remember if you've seen one.
Yes, survival. Let's do that. That is a 21.
Ooh.
21.
Boom shakalaka.
You don't know offhand where there is a stable, but you could probably recognize one if you passed it.
Okay.
A stable particular to a Dray company.
Okay, cool.
And as mentioned previously, similar to how, like, what was Aurora's relationship to Lindariel's horses? Lindariel actually owned the horses and managed them herself. You think
Yeah.
a lot of the Dray drivers have a similar arrangement?
Okay.
So there aren't that many, like, company stables for transportation.
Okay. So, can I just be keeping an eye out as we walk along then?
Yeah, that 21 is good, so
Okay.
if you come
Great.
across it, I will let you know.
That +5 is nice.
Yeah. So you're heading to Blackstaff Tower. Which is down here. All right, you get there. It's kind of busy. There are some people out front. It seems like a couple wizards are training, and there's kind of a little crowd around, like watching them. And there's a few guards. Every so often, like some sparks fly, or there's a tiny fireball. Nothing dangerous, but enough to keep the crowd entertained.
Cool. Do we see a way in?
As before, it's basically a smooth stone wall. It's dark stone. There's kind of no windows or doors. The last time you came in, like a door kind of appeared for you when you needed one.
Do we see any guards hanging around the building that may be able to let us in or get word to the inside?
Yes, there are several.
I approach. I draw my rapier and I stab him in the neck. No,
I assume that is joking.
Maybe. We'll see how this goes. See how this goes.
Please.
Suddenly things just took a turn.
We hear there are giants. We seek them. I want to walk up and ask. We are here to see if there's any more odd jobs that Lady Varsha. What's the name?
Vashra Safar.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Vashra
one.
Safar.
See if there's anything she'd like for us to do. If you don't know us, we are. I almost said Harlequin's Requital. It's going to be one of those nights, folks. We are Trollsaw Syndicate, and just like to check in, see if there's anything she's got for us.
Do you have an appointment with the Blackstaff?
Not at this time.
Then she will let you know if she needs anything.
How can I get an appointment with her?
She will usually make an appointment with you.
Yeah, she usually speaks to you in your bedroom.
See, because you didn't sleep in your bedroom last night, Gus.
There's a possibility. Tell her Gus is here.
And he will basically say, like, we'll let her know, but you don't even have to roll an insight check. He's not going to let her know.
How well dressed is this guard?
He's in a regular like general armor. He's not like prepared for battle, but he's in his like just standard.
Never mind. I was going to give him money, but I don't have any fucking money. So, cool. All right. Well, if it comes up, we'd like her to know that we are eager for more work to continue to assist her in all matters.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I had a feeling that she would.
Not see us?
Yeah.
It's all good.
We haven't even finished her first thing, really.
I think this is an issue where our quest journal is full, so we can't take on more quests until we clear a quest.
actually complete them.
What was her last quest for us?
We need to find out more about Erstal Floxton, who's the bad.
We know more.
Guy.
We know more.
Yeah,
he went through the blue alley.
Yeah, that's it.
That's something more.
It is something.
All right, I'm good though.
Just to give you like a hint, there is something you could do here to get a little further. I
draw my rapier and I stab him in the neck.
But there is a thing you could do.
I pull out my Gray Hands token.
There you go.
Hey!
Yeah, and say, badges, we don't need no stinking badges. But I need this one to get through the door, if that's okay.
And so, you didn't say you were members of the Gray Hands. One moment.
It slipped my mind. There's so much that we have going on these days.
And that guard turns around and walks, and you see him walk kind of behind the tower. And he just disappears for a little bit.
Did he say to wait here? I missed that.
Yeah, he said to wait here.
Okay, we'll wait.
About a minute later, you see another guy walk out. He's older. He looks a little bit disheveled, and he's carrying this huge, just giant axe. And it seems like it's too heavy for him. He's kind of like dragging it. But he walks up, and Gus, you recognize Mayloon Wardragon? Last time you saw him was the night you fought the troll. Actually, the night you guys all met.
Oh, he was the one that ran away.
Yeah, he was the
coward.
Yeah, he acted. You like bought him a drink, and he was kind of weird and rude to you.
Yeah, because he's a fraud.
And he walks up. And he's like, "What do you want?"
We would like to speak to the Black Staff.
She's busy.
Well, you see, she gave us a task, and we're still working on that. But we figured since we were in the area, we wanted to see if there's anything else she had for us to do.
We have a very important update for her. And I reach into my pants and I flash my
Phrasing. Phrasing.
Greyhound token.
He's like, oh, okay, you're looking for something to do?
Yes.
Okay. Go to the yawning portal. You'll see a guy there. He's really sad. His name is Jalister. Tell him that Force Grey isn't going to do what he wants, but you guys just volunteered. I'll let Vajra know that you're doing this. Thank you. And
What was his name?
Jalister.
Who's gonna be the guy that gets us killed?
And he kind of like turns around and walks away. He actually walks back to the tower, and a door opens, and he goes in.
All right.
All right. So
Yeah, just from what you've heard and known about Mayloon War Dragon, this interaction with him is very strange. He is like literally like known to be like a hero of the city.
As he walks away, I just cough and go, "Coward," and walk away.
Yeah, he doesn't even like react to it. He's gone.
Because he is a coward. He's a phony, a fraud, a counterfeiter of honor.
Well, where's the yawning portal from here? Is it on the way?
It is on the way, sort of, to
Yeah,
the
to
dock
where
ward where we're going.
It is.
Okay.
We pretty much have to pass it to like keep going down to the dock ward.
So we can add it to the list and then check it off the list as soon as we get there. We're making progress, guys.
All right. So one thing checked off the list. One thing added to the list. Let's attempt to check off.
As long as Dan doesn't derail the whole thing by getting tanked at the yawning portal.
That
on the way.
was you.
Were there any stables that we saw along the way?
Nothing that would have been like a company-owned
Okay.
stable.
Okay.
Any dredges that have horses' names hanging from their necks?
Make a perception check.
I will. Where's my good dice? Oh, perception? 14.
So the drays, you don't notice anything with names on it. Kind of like a bus, so you see a lot of advertising. Some of them have various colors of noble houses. Some of them have colors of the city wards.
But none of them say, like, I'm going to go for the pun here, the Marvelous Miss Mabel.
No, you don't see anything like that.
Damn.
Can we yell over to the driver and be like, "What are the name of your horses?"
If you try to do that, you didn't get any
Yeah.
response back.
Ah, they're stuck up.
So as we're going down to the yawning portal, can I do the same thing, keeping an eye out for
Yeah,
stable?
and your same roll is still good, unless
Okay.
you want to try to replace it,
Something better? Will I get better results?
or something worse. You might get worse results.
Let's not. Not test those waters.
So you're just heading south here from here. I'm just guessing that you're heading.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
go kind of towards the palace.
Yeah, and then across Waterdeep Way, probably, I guess. Or would I have a... Never mind, you said I would only know if I passed them.
Yeah.
I was going to say, whatever would be the more stable, heavy.
I think that there are some official city stables down here, but they wouldn't be used for like, public transportation.
Can we cut across Silduth Street instead of going down towards the castle?
Sure.
Then maybe have more chance. Palace Road.
Then the high road
Yeah, yeah.
coming down past your familiar
Yep.
inn. you've taken many times down to the yawning portal. You make it there.
Sweet. So we walk in.
All right. It's kind of the familiar place that you've seen. It's earlier in the days. There's kind of fewer people here, but there are some people eating breakfast. You do see a bit of excitement. It seems that there is a group of adventurers who are about to descend down into Undermountain. And so there's some people around like cheering them on. Three Strings, the bard, is there playing his lute. Some people are taking bets as to how long they think they'll last before they come back. And yeah, you see.
I have no money to make any bets. So.
Durnan is there as usual.
Is Nightbreeze's girlfriend there?
Yagra, I assume.
Yeah, Yagra.
Jesus
you
Christ!
Make a perception check.
She's kind of hard to miss, right?
12.
12. You do not see her there.
Because she's behind you.
Oh.
So go up to Durnan and let him know that we're looking for Jalster.
Yeah. And he'll just basically point across the room. There's a guy sitting in a booth by himself, kind of just drinking.
Does he look sad?
He looks sad.
Okay.
All right. So I'll walk over to him and tell him that Nihai Duck, an axe too big for himself guy, sent him to us to let him know that we were here to assist him with the matter that Forrest Gray had been asked to help with.
And so he looks up and he's like a little bit confused at first, and then things kind of like click. It's like you're here to help. You.
That's what we have been told to tell you. Yes.
Do you have,
Kind of. We don't.
That's
know.
so non-committal. That's so non-committal. We were told to tell you we would help. We haven't decided yet.
Do you have a group of guards?
We are your group of guards.
Oh, that's great. My name is Jalester Silvermane, and I'm representing the Lord's Alliance, and I've just been in a bit of a bind here.
I take my snake and I walk away. Kidding. I'm kidding.
Lord's Alliance. I mean, they're legit. That's a good group to be in with.
Yeah, you would definitely be
Much better than the Zentarum.
You'd be a lot of help to me right now. So there's been a gang war in the city, and we've offered our protection to certain members of the Dung Sweepers Guild as they make their rounds. But,
Why do the Dung Sweepers need protection?
I mean, they're out on the streets every day, and there's been so much violence.
But even criminals want dung removed.
They've come to us to protect them, and we've agreed to it. But now we've been having just some personnel issues getting someone to actually do it, and so now we're on the hook for providing a service that we can't provide. But you're here. You can be with them.
And what does the job pay?
It's
Because I owe somebody some money.
I'm pausing a minute to see if it pays anything.
Oh, well.
Oh, we're not doing it for free. Those dung people can.
And
Dung-
yeah, he starts to look sad again. He's like, I thought you were here to help.
Yeah, we help. We're very good at helping. For money.
I literally was going to make the joke of, like, let's not agree to it because he's probably going to have us doing something like shoveling poop, and like lo and behold, it's the Dungo. Like literally, that was my first instinct. Was it's going to be some sort of very menial CS thing, and here it is.
I mean, we might be able to do something for you, but it's really just we don't really have anything to give you right now. And he just starts to look sad again.
Aw, he's sad. All right, we should probably go now.
So we can help this guy out or what?
Where are the dung sweepers that he needs us to escort around?
So if you're just gonna ask him more about the job, he'll say it's in a couple days. We need you to just basically be with them as they do their rounds. I think they're in the trades ward, and it'll be every day for a 10-day.
No.
No. Nope. I think we're gonna
Okay,
on this
yeah.
one.
Only thing I was thinking is if we can search for the horse while we are doing this, but the only thing I know is that it's not in the trades ward stables. So now that completely takes away any of the bonus of that.
Yeah, like if we're going to be
Dude is
doing
messing
it for,
with us.
if we're going to do it for 2 to 3 days in the dock ward, then sure.
Yeah.
Dockward, yeah, we'll be down there, but
Well, this
Not every day for a
job
10
would
day.
start on the 8th. It is currently the 3rd, so it's a few days away.
tell you what, we'll pencil it in.
We'll get back to you if we can do it, but I wouldn't, bet the farm on it.
Yep.
I mean, we might not be able to pay you, but the Lord's Alliance could possibly help you out in the future.
I think this is one of those situations where you go, okay, cool, and you just slowly back away and give them their little... and just walk away.
I mean, it's like, sorry, but we have some other more pressing things, so we don't think we can fit it into our schedule right now.
We're just not the party for you.
We are not the adventurers you are looking for.
We'll keep an eye out for someone that would be good for this.
Yeah, we could grab the folks that come up out of the Underdark, because they will...
Yagra.
or the Undermountain.
Yeah, Yagra. Yagra could do this herself.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then we will leave there and then just continue our journey into the dock ward.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey guys, that's the first time we've ever said no to a job. So there's something.
It's true.
At least unanimous no.
Which way you heading?
Oh.
Probably west and then south.
Okay.
Of course, if I go by a pastry stand, I would like to get some pastries.
You can find one. You can probably get that at the Yawning Portal.
Oh, they have pastries. Are they fresh baked?
They probably come from a different pastry shop. They get delivered in the morning.
So they're upcharged.
Probably.
Mm. No, but I would rather get something off the street.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
That is an 8.
An 8. It'll be a while before you find one.
That's fair.
Before we actually leave, could I stop by really fast and let Dernan know to let Davil know that we are on the hunt for more work, just to reach out to us. He can get a hold of us one way or another.
Okay. I'm going to make a check here.
Need to let Davil know, to let Dernan know, to let Dravarax know.
Yeah, Jallister totally heard you say you were looking for work, so he's like extra upset that you turned down work.
I'm okay with that. I'm not worried about him.
It doesn't sound like work. Work gets paid.
No.
Yeah, I've had run-in with Lord's Alliance before, and I'm happy to pass that one by.
There's a difference between work and volunteer. We will not volunteer in this case.
All right. You keep heading down toward the dock. Is there any specific destination you're looking for?
Do we want to start?
What did you guys have in mind? The mermaids?
You guys were going to go to that one tavern, right? And then we were going to...
Yeah, because we want to try to finish up this awesome, one of the first things we were told to do, quests. That level 1 quest off of our quest log, because it's no longer green nor yellow. In fact, it's barely readable.
The gray one.
It's not even gray, dude. It's not even gray. So
you were going to go... We were going to stop by the... what was it? The mermaids...
Yeah.
Mermaid's bunghole
or something.
What? The mermaid's what?
Whatever it's called. I don't think it's bunghole, but
Oh, Jesus.
Arms? The mermaid's arms?
there's a couple mermaids. There's
The mermaid's tail?
The mermaid's arms is the fancy whorehouse, is what I have written down.
Okay. Mermaid's arms. I was way off.
I didn't think we were going to try and work at the whorehouse.
No, you guys were going to go to a tavern that...
When I said that Nightbreeze needed to get a job, what were you thinking?
Hey, honest living.
Well, there was one that you, Dan, used to work at, right?
There aren't any that I have already worked at from what I can find in the dock ward.
Okay.
But
You would want to go to a busy one that would require some muscle plus entertainment.
Oh, hence going to the whorehouse.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, it's a good place to try to
you'll work the door and I'll work somewhere else?
entertainment.
Hey, there's a DJ that's needed. You're that DJ.
Well, as far as things like that, you know of the Three Pearls nightclub, which is a little further north. Is it even showing up on the map?
Yeah.
It's not showing up on the stream, though. It's
Dan, all I can
there.
say is conduct that funky music, Drow Boy.
You know of a place called the Purple Palace, which is next to Zoblob's shop?
Purple.
Yay!
There
Be right next
was
to Zoblobs.
the Blushing Mermaid, which you've been by, but you haven't been in that one. The Mermaid's Arms, which Gus went into for a little bit. And a place called the Hanging Lantern. All of those places are classified as fest halls.
Okay.
Which one is the most popular?
Out of those, probably the Three Pearls.
Maybe we should have Three Pearls then.
Sure, we'll start there.
If they're going to have an issue, maybe like if they have entertainment already, maybe we hurt the entertainment so that they can't make it.
What?
No. No.
Oh, come on, it's just a busted kneecap.
No.
I heard of this night elf this elf called Nancy Kerrigan. She does things like.
Glad somebody made the joke.
Well, okay. How about this? If you guys are going to go to look for work, how about you go to a couple of those places, see if there's anything, and we get a head start on the horses? And do we want to have a time later tonight that we meet up at a specific place?
What if we just planned that at night if I'm able to get work, great, we can hang out down here for as long as we need to, but we should plan to meet at Troll Skull Keep in the evening, or you guys come down here.
I would say we should probably stay in the dock ward.
Should we just get a room for the night?
Yeah, I would say just get one or two rooms, and just book them for a couple of nights, just to make sure we have them. Don't know how long anything's going to take.
I mean, that's easier than going all the way up there and then just coming right back in the morning.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
What are the least creepy inns we know of?
No. I want the most creepy.
No.
Remember why we're here?
That's
Trying
right.
to find a murderer.
I have the ship's prow written down. I don't know what level, what star. Is it a 3-star?
You're in the dock ward.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
keep that in
So
mind.
is it a 2-star? We're doing 2-star versus 1-star. I want the 2-star.
Well, I don't know.
No, I want no stars.
Ugh.
I don't know about that though, because I mean, aren't sociopaths usually also kind of wealthy?
Yeah, but you don't like
I'm just looking through the map.
wash your knives off in the window, right?
Well, the other one that I
Well-
wrote down was called Warm Beds, which is a budget inn. Is
Yeah.
that what you want to do?
That sounds a little bit better. Plus,
Warm Beds.
I like the word budget.
I wrote down budget inn.
So,
And you guys can also go. I think we went before, or did I just write it down? The Angry Cockswing.
Angry Coxswain?
Yep, it's a rundown tavern in the area.
That's where we gotta go work.
So there's
So you're not
there's
looking
an
to
inn
make money?
here that's called Warm Beds.
Yes,
That's self-explanatory.
yes,
There's an inn here called the Ship's Prow.
yep.
There's an inn up here called the Splintered Stair.
Doesn't sound inviting in the least.
No.
There's an
Go there.
inn here called the Rearing Hippocampus. Gus went in there for a short bit. That one was fancy.
Oh, okay.
Hippocampus. It's a Roman word.
There's an inn here called the Sailor's Corner.
Oh, that could be.
That could be good. Yeah.
The sailor's place, where the sailors stay, but yeah, I would say Warm Beds or Sailor's Corner.
Which one has more people kind of in the area? More centralized.
They're
I'd
both.
say Sailor's Corner is closest to
There's
the
an
actual
inn up
docks.
here called the Black Star Inn.
Let's do Sailor's Corner.
Yeah. Sailor's Quarter.
Do you think it's smart to go ahead and book a room? Go ahead and get a room for later tonight, and then we'll know we'll have it later.
Yeah, that works.
You're like a room, and if we all have to pile in there,
So you guys are
That'll
going,
be awkward.
going there?
yeah.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
start there.
Okay. The Sailor's Corner, it's not a very big place. And it looks pretty beaten up, run down.
Perfect.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they will sell you a room. It's for what it is, it seems very expensive. It's about 50 silver pieces a night.
Per person or total? For the
per room.
Okay, per room. Okay.
So we'll just get a room, or
How many beds are in a room?
One single bed.
probably one.
One bed.
Can we fit rolls in it, or is it too small of a room?
You,
Is this like a closet?
And I'm assuming this is the type of place where no one actually wants to sleep in the bed?
probably.
Yeah.
You put the bedroll over the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just here because it's convenient to all of these docks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely sleeping on the floor. In your clothes. You don't actually want to touch any surface area.
Because it's sailors.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll give them 1 gold, 50 silver, and pay 3 nights for 1 room.
Okay. You'll get a room on the second floor.
Is it a waterside view? Is it the garden? Or do we just have the parking lot view? Is that
Yeah, you got a view of Fish Street.
nice?
Sweet. It's the best view in the house.
Hmm.
All right, so we can either start asking around at places to find work, or we can just look at taverns for job boards to see if anybody's looking for anything.
Yeah, so where's from Sailor's Corner? It's the closest one of the dive bars to that one?
Of bars, there's a few.
Or fest halls?
Of fest halls or taverns. Well, what are you looking for?
A fest hall would probably need a bouncer more than a tavern, probably, if that's what you're trying to do.
Right.
Yeah, so probably a fest hall.
So you're familiar. It's further down here. You're familiar with Mermaid's Arms. The Hanging Lantern isn't far off from that. Three Pearls is up here.
I said we'll just swing into the closest fest hall first and see if we can find some work.
Okay. Depending which way you go, it's either the Three Pearls or the Mermaid's Arms.
Mermaid's Arms?
Yeah. I guess Dan will attempt to be the entertainment at the whorehouse. Not a position I thought I'd find myself in.
All of that phrasing from beginning to end.
Some really good tricks with water?
All okay.
Continue.
I may have to clip all that.
Okay, so you head your way down Dock Street towards the Mermaid's Arms. As you get further down, you see at the end of one of these docks is a much larger ship than you've seen here before. And it has a large banner across it advertising for the Sea Maidens Fair. By now you've seen these flyers everywhere. This fair is coming to town next month. And so this is probably one of the ships that is unloading supplies and cargo and personnel. And you make it to the Mermaid's Arms.
So, at this point, we would have split, I think, right? Gus and I are going.
Yeah.
We'll just start in the north and maybe move down.
Okay, so only Dan and Nightbreeze came here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with that.
Yeah, so we'll go in and look around for a floor manager.
Yeah, there is basically a host waiting for you at the door. And they ask, like, how can we help you?
Like, alright, looking for a little bit of work, if you got any. I can bartend, I can entertain, I can move things. I've got my friend Breeze here, he can help you with additional doormen, additional moving people around, that kind of things.
And he'll be like, I'm not sure if we're looking for help at the moment, but let me get Calithia, see if she's in, and she might be able to help you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. I wrote down her name. Lithia Frost.
Is she the one that tried to stab Gus?
No, I don't think you've met her yet.
Oh.
And a moment later you see a woman come out and greet you. And she is described here as a handsome and winning lady with a gorgeous throaty voice.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Throaty voice.
And that is the entire description of her.
You're muted.
I am?
No,
Josh is.
Josh.
I see.
Oh, cool. I was just giving her voice.
Oh, we missed it.
Hi, God.
I'm still a little bit sick, so I'm not going to attempt that. But yeah, she'll greet you and say, "Well, what can you do? If you're looking for work."
This is a fest hall, right?
So Dan,
Dan, you may go ahead, Dan.
So Dan will look at Mr. Rossman. Well, I could do just about anything that you want me to do. I mean,
And she,
I've,
she lights up a bit.
I've done, like all sorts of types of entertainment. I can work kitchens. I can work rooms. Done all sorts of things. But entertainment and high society parties, and just about everywhere else.
And I have no problem moving bodies that need to be moved.
Living or not, he's good at them.
They call him the Undertaker.
Well, we don't intend to have any bodies that can't move themselves.
More along the lines of making sure, with the festivities that are just now ending, the ones coming up, you run the risk of having some unsavory types here, and I want to make sure I can do what I can to keep things classy.
Okay. And
A class A.
basically, she'll say that she can hire you guys up on the 5th. They'll need some extra help that night. Because I think neither of you... Dan might know this. Dan, make a history check.
And this is the 3rd, right?
Yes.
History, that is a 13.
Have you been in Waterdeep for more than a year?
2 years.
Yeah, okay. So you would know. Tarsak 5th is a holiday. Basically, it's another Joaquin Tide holiday. They're celebrating business.
Say Tarsak?
Tarsak is the name of the month.
Sounds like a Star Wars thing or
I know.
Star Trek.
Sounds like a planet.
And so yeah, it's a holiday where businesses are celebrated, and a lot of them stay open 24 hours that night. So yeah, this would be a holiday. They're looking to increase their workforce that night.
Good to know.
Gotcha.
Well, that's a few days away. Do you know of anybody that may be looking for some help now while we wait to get there?
You can check on the docks. I'm sure the guilds are looking for more hands to unload ships or whatever various laborers they need. There's also the Dung Sweepers Guild. Their guild hall is right up the street.
Go sweep some dung.
No.
Hey, money's money.
We've already turned down the Dung Sweepers once today.
But that was for free.
You turned down the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah. We now have an enemy faction. I love it. Okay. We'll go check out the docks.
Yeah. So thank her for her time.
Yeah.
Better keeping in mind for any future work that she might have. Anywhere.
And if she's in any... And if she's ever in need of any assistance, she can always reach out.
Anything.
So are you also declining the job on the 5th?
No, not yet.
But you're not agreeing to it either?
I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Okay.
I would have the intent that if we're still in the area and our help is still needed, we'll stop by that day. And if we can be of assistance, we'll be of assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you need any additional work, reach out to the Troll Skull Syndicate. Troll Skull Alley, Northward.
Hey. Good plug.
All right. We'll switch over to Gus and Lindara now.
All right, first things first, I just realized looking through my inventory, I have a couple, I have armor and weapon to sell, and I'm hoping maybe that will get me the money I need. So is there a smithy in the area that would be available for...
You need more money?
No, I owe money.
Oh, that's right. Dandriel's going to call in his enforcer.
Which is you, and I don't want to have to kill you.
I thought I was the very handsome lady with the throaty voice.
Hey, you owe money.
Hey.
Let's be clear. Dave's going to be her moneymaker. You just...
Is your name Gus Talmos?
No, it's Pus Talmos.
Puss is a gladiator. He's not here right now.
Gus, make a history check.
16.
You are familiar with a small shop way down here in the south.
All right.
There's a trader who he'll buy and sell miscellaneous items.
Okay. While we're heading that way, we would want to look for any public stables for Dre.
Okay. So you're coming from up here and you're heading all the way south to there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm looking for stables.
And we're going like very thoroughly. Like
Yeah.
if we have to like pop down an alley to kind of peek.
Our whole adventure, our side quest, is to talk to horses.
Without being obvious.
Yes. Hello, horse. My name is Gus. What is your name?
Yeah, so when you... I'll roll some dice. When you get to... Well, how are you going? Would you come over back to the Way of the Dragon to head down there? Or would you head down by the water?
I would think I would keep towards the water.
Yeah, Dock Street. Or yeah,
I don't think a big busy street is going to help me trying to find like back alley stables, so I'd probably keep to the smaller street.
Okay.
Agreed.
You do see a second large ship down here with the banner mentioning the Sea Maidens Fair. So there are at least 2 large ships for the fair. Just looking at you pass a bunch of business. There's a bunch of basically fish stalls. There's people who make ship parts. There's the Shipmaster's Hall. I think you went into one of these. The Waterman's Hall.
Yeah.
Mariner's Hall. There's a place, Torpus the Tanner. He's a tanner. It's next to the League of Skinners and Tanners headquarters. There's another leatherworks shop. There's a smokehouse. You guys know, or Gus knows further south, there's guard barracks down here next to the guard tower. But you make your way to Galfiril the Trader.
Cool. So, I have a longsword and some leather armor for sale. And that's about it.
Okay. And I will actually just look up what the fair price is for those. For trade-in, I think you get half, but I will give you half plus 10%.
Woo!
So 60% of whatever it's worth.
Because of my charm and good looks?
I'm just reading off what he is. He just says his prices are very reasonable. And so he has a cram shop. He'll sell or trade just about anything. But he'll barter, but he doesn't do like pawn. He won't put stuff like on loan for you.
Gotcha.
But he's willing to trade or buy and sell stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so I just want to sell a longsword and leather armor.
He'll offer you 9 gold for the longsword.
Okay.
And 6 gold for the leather armor.
I'll do it. 15. How much for my signet ring?
He'll look at it.
Really?
Depending on how much I get for it, maybe.
He'd give you 3 gold for it.
No, that's not going to cut it. Somebody could commit crimes in my name. That's not worth it.
I don't know if Lynn would have let you.
Oh, are you saying she cares?
I feel like she knows the importance of it.
It's just family. You can get another one.
Another ring or another family?
Both.
That's oh.
I'm looking to marry into an elf family.
I don't know your family, so I'm not talking about me.
So I guess that's it. We'll leave the shop and continue looking for Dre stables.
Okay, yeah, there's not, you do see another fest hall here that you weren't familiar with before. The Copper Cup.
It's called the Fest Hall of the Beheadings.
There's another leather shop.
And we haven't seen a single table?
Nothing, like, there's a bunch of private residences.
Alright, so maybe we should head down the Way of the Dragon. Maybe public stables are closer to the main road.
Yeah, once you head back to the high road, you do see a bunch of drays and carriages, and especially here at the intersection, there are lots of people trying to sell their taxi services.
Mm. So this is when you step outside of the airport and there's just people standing there trying to get you into their car.
Okay.
All right, well, I don't speak horse, so I'm going to have to leave this up to you. I'll be right here. Let me know if you need anything.
I can only do it for 10 minutes.
Better talk fast.
I can only do it once a long rest, though. We have to have something else besides me talking.
I could yell Maxine.
No.
It was something. Are there stable... Oh, I guess we could ask the names of their horses, because while it's a little weird, we prefer to know the name of the horses that we're going to be driven by. And we'll pay a little extra to make sure we're comfortable with who we're riding with. I mean, I'm noble. I'm going to be able to make that type of request. And I have Stroopwafel.
Yeah, mine are back there.
Okay, so is that the game we want to play? We're going to walk to each of these
That or
things?
you go through and talk in horse to every horse you see.
That's fine. That's fine. Like, if you want to say, like, she's very particular about her horses, like, that's fine. I don't... Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to walk up to every single one, and we're going to ask and say that we're interested in a ride, and I'm just going to go up and, like, pet the nose and be like, oh, how pretty! What's his name?
Perfect.
And I'm going to do that to every horse that is, like, waiting around.
I'm going to make sure my signet ring is very prominent. I'm going to have it on, and I'm going to be flashing it, like, talking like this.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to be by the driver, and I'm going to be like, hey, listen, I'm really trying to get in her good graces. This is very important to her. So can you just let her know the horse's name?
So you're talking to this carriage driver.
Yeah.
And she's just like, that's Jimmy. How does that help
Listen,
you?
it's very important that she knows the horses' names before she rides on them. She's got a little bit of a weird little thing about her that she only rides with females, and I don't know. But listen, this is very important to me, so just got to do it. Thank you for your time.
When they're horses, you call them mares, by the way.
I don't know that.
You would. Talmos has stables.
That doesn't mean he knows that.
You think I know that? I pay attention to horse, female, male names.
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay, down to the next person. We're literally going to do this to every person on the street.
Yep. So just come up with names.
So if you're just repeating that, yeah, you don't find Maxine.
Okay.
I'd say you do this to about 5 different people, and they'll all give you a horse name, but none of them are Maxine.
Okay. So should we keep kind of moving on then?
Mm-hmm.
My thought is essentially to kind of like, Megan is anal and likes to like properly make sure we're not missing any spots. And that's in my head, trying to think of how we can do that in a logical way. So, as much as possible, I would like to just like literally the whole like dock and southern ward, just like we're just gonna be like trying to clear the map out, right?
Yeah,
Get
we're
rid of all the
doing
gray.
we're doing a full tactical sweep.
Yeah, essentially. And if there's any horses around, like drays that we come across, we'll do that type of thing. Or if we come across a stable.
There are definitely more drays and carriages on the main roads.
Okay. So maybe...
Like the Way of the Dragon and the High Road are basically like filled with them.
Okay, so maybe that's the idea then. We'll just try to talk to ones that are working. Is that maybe just smart? Okay. So let's do that then.
So you're just going carriage to carriage and harassing the driver?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
But like in a really nice way. And I'm making like the horse... Okay, so... Can we say that, like, maybe I brought, like, a bag of, like, horse treats, like, along with me? Like, some little oats or something, and I'll, like, give them some treats and some good nose pats.
Yeah, you probably just have some in your inventory anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure I do. So, like, it's not like I'm bothering them. I'm making their horses happy, so.
Okay. But are you still just asking them what their horse's name is?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, you get a variety of horses' names.
Okay. We keep doing this.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like lunchtime, we'll stop and like eat something. But like this is our job today.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the next 8 to 10 hours of their existence.
I'll summarize it. I'll have you both make an investigation check.
Roll
Okay.
high. Roll high. Make it happen.
Natural 1.
God.
I'm serious.
Gosh.
I'm serious.
I can re-roll.
16?
Okay. You guys will be doing that for a bit.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
We can jump back to Nightbreeze and Dandriel.
Alright, so our next stop was the docks to see if we can be day laborers.
Yeah, because it kind of it serves the purpose as well.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
guess it's in the area.
Now this work is slightly less suited to Dan. The previous work would have been right up his alley, clearly.
You can entertain the crews that are unloading things.
Oh yeah. I can be
Yeah.
like,
Do you know who you need doing labor, hard labor? A couple people with 8 for strength. That's what you need.
Yeah, fair.
yeah.
All right.
My strength's surprisingly not 8. I made it 10.
Mine's whopping 13, so this is going to be fun. All right, so yeah, we'll look at. You said there was a large boat that we were impressed with the displacement.
Yeah, over here, there was one of the boats from the Sea Maidens Fair.
Yeah, let's hit up the new boat.
Okay, let me find a page.
A boat?
We want to be on said boat.
Where a boat is this? Is the boat?
A boot.
Where boots the boat?
Where boots the boat?
A boot.
Oi, where's the boat?
A boot.
It's at the end of the dock. So you head down the pier. At the end, you see a boat. It has the big banner for the Sea Maidens Fair, but you also see it has the name the Heartbreaker.
Perfect.
And it is busy. The whole pier is busy. There's other ships docked along it, and people are moving cargo back and forth. There's people standing and chatting. Some people are fishing off the dock. There's you're not even on like a main road anymore. You're literally on a pier over the water, and there's just as much activity here as there was on a street.
Sweet. We would look for somebody who's like going over the checklist, like the bill of lading, to kind of see if there's any help that's needed.
So far, there isn't anyone kind of like that near the Heartbreaker. There is a ramp up to it that goes down to the dock.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys walk up the ramp and you find on the deck of the ship. Reading. Didn't expect you guys to board a ship tonight.
We're gonna steal this ship. It's gonna happen.
Commandeer.
No, straight up steal. It's been tooken.
Commandeer is like the best word. I love that word.
Nautical term.
I tend to commandeer conversations.
So yeah, up on the ship you see several people. There's some sailors that seem to be tending to the ship. There are some people who are juggling, appear to be carnival performers. And there are several animals of like tigers, and yeah, you see people basically practicing acts, and no one really pays attention to you so far.
So, do you want to talk to the jugglers?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
All right.
So yeah, Dan will kind of approach the jugglers and be like, is what you all doing in town? Is looking for work?
What, are you looking for work? We're the Sea Maidens Fair. We're setting up for our carnival.
Yeah, if y'all could use an extra person, I can juggle. I can also do other things.
Oh, great! And he'll hand you his bags he was juggling, and it's like, "What? Show me what we can do."
All right. So Dan will juggle. What roles am I looking at here?
Let's make a performance check.
Oh yeah, something's good at.
Can Nightbreeze totally hype him up as he's getting ready?
Oh yeah.
Like, you know,
You're gonna be my noise
everyone, you're about to be treated to an amazing show. This amazing person right here, my good friend and soon to be yours, Dan. He is the best juggler that I've ever seen. Just stop for a moment and just take in this amazingness.
So make your performance check with advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
Let's get ready to rumble.
It was already pretty good, and okay, yeah, no, that's better. So that's a 23.
So yeah, you do a pretty good job. You do like a couple extra little tricks. You might add one of your dancing lights to it, so it looks like you're juggling an extra thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, fancy.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's called an illusion. Tricks are what whores do.
For money or candy.
Gus. Like, part of me wants to say Josh, but then I'm like, no, he's just always in character.
Well, luckily Gus isn't here, but you hear that in your head. This is how Gus would react.
Of course I do.
So yeah, they applaud and they're impressed with your juggling.
Fantastic.
And I imagine
yes.
you juggle them back to the guy, and he continues juggling.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, we could find a place for you. We're starting next month. We're setting up now. It's gonna be a much bigger event than it was last year. We've got the whole area on the south inside the city wall. So
nice.
should we look at the map? There's this big gap outside the city wall, but within the cliff, where there's just plain nothing area. So they're setting up the Sea Maidens Fair in that strip. So that's a huge area for them to set up. Previously, they've been here and just kind of like had a show like up on their ship or up in like a city intersection. You probably remember hearing about them here last year, and everyone loves them so much they're back and they have a more permanent event this year, and so the city has given them that space as long as they promise to be safe with the cliff and not have people fall over the cliff. They can set up and use that for their carnival. So yeah, they don't have any work for you right now as a performer, but come back next month and definitely there'll be stuff for you to do.
Okay, awesome.
And
So
would you be interested in traveling when we leave here? We're heading south. We're a traveling show.
Well, I've got a band of adventurers that I work with here with a show called Syndicate. So if we have work heading down that way, then yeah. But other than that, mostly just staying local.
Okay. So yeah, they seem friendly and they enjoyed your juggling.
Okay. So no work immediately, but they've got some options.
A sense of
in
running
about a
theme.
month. Yes.
I didn't think that the circus ship was going to have anything.
Worth a shot. They're as we were kind of like walking up and down the docks, you said there were people loading and unloading various cargo.
Yep.
Would we know if that's guild work or is that like day labor pickup stuff?
It's probably the Guild of Watermen.
Sweet. We could piss off another guild.
I have a feeling we go to the next bar and try and do pickup shifts.
Yep. Yep. We'll go back and start hitting up bars.
Yep.
Looking for pickup shifts, job boards.
Yeah, if there's any job boards posted in the dock ward where maybe there's some immediate work, that keeps us in the dock ward.
Okay. Well, you could go to the Guild of Watermen and ask them for a job. But you'd be
But then there's paperwork, they take taxes.
You'd be unloading cargo from ships.
Yeah, we'll hit up the bars. Because this is exactly where we should have ended up.
Exactly. Hey, we tried to do good, honest work. Whoring and juggling. Although they're actually both of those are kind of juggling, yeah.
Yeah.
PG-13? No.
No.
So where are you interested in going?
There's
for
that red
taverns?
filter. literally, we'll just like walk up to the closest bar to where we are, or either tavern or fest hall. We're checking any of
Well,
them.
the closest one is the Mermaid Arms, where you just came from.
Okay, so we'll go to the next
If
closest.
you're going north, you have the Angry Coxswain.
The Coxswain it is.
Let's go get angry.
Yep, this place looks very run down, very not clean. It's still got
I'm okay with that.
people are in there drinking. It's not the fanciest place you've been to. It's quite the opposite.
Sweet. Dale will go up to bartender, because odds are in a place like this, the bartender's in charge.
Yeah.
Go to the bartender and say, like, "Oi, hey, excuse me, sir. Look for a little bit of work. Really just try and pick up a shift, do just about anything. I can do entertainment, I can work the kitchen, I can help you sling behind the bar. I've got a buddy here who can help try and keep the peace in this place, but it gets a little bit rough in the evenings."
And like you looking around, you see people who are like, it's still kind of morning. I don't think you've spent that much time going to these places, and people are kind of passed out drunk already. There's not much movement or activity to follow up your words of keeping peace. It's pretty peaceful.
Well, it is now, but this later.
Yeah.
Later.
But he'll be like, what do you expect to get paid?
I don't know.
What's the going rate?
Yeah, what would Dandriel expect? Like, know is nothing too expensive. He knows is kind of the lower of payment for a pickup shift.
Looking around at the state of this place, you would expect less than a silver per day. Would be unless you could maybe get some tips from people. Then in that case, it could be literally anything. But
Yeah,
looking
I hear
around
there's
at the
some
people
fest-
who are
Find
here,
a different place to work.
I hear there's some fest halls that they only work on tips.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, probably 50 silver or 50 copper apiece for the shift, plus tips.
probably. But looking around, that's probably what this guy could afford.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the seagull that swooped down and spoke clear to us and say maybe we should find a little bit more lively place.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, it was Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
The metagaming pigeon.
Yes. I mean, it was really just sleep. He's starting to talk to me.
Well, there you go. So, are we off to another place, Grace?
Yeah, let's find a place that might be more in need of our services. I think they've got this place covered.
All right. We will move on to the next place. Rinse, repeat.
Which way are you going?
Yes.
Exactly.
I guess we could probably continue along dock.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Start this way again and back to your hotel. You wouldn't really find much if you just keep going this way. You wouldn't find much until you get. Would you continue up north?
Oh, what was that one place that we went to?
No, I was gonna say, what was that place that was just up the street from where I was street performing last time?
The fancy place.
Because wasn't I street?
Blue Mermaid is one.
Yeah.
That's
it
the
was Blue
fancy
Mermaid?
one that I went into to get people.
Well, there's a place up here on Sale Street, the Pickled Fisherman, where you made a delivery once. And the fancy place where Gus went into was an inn, the Rearing Hippocampus, which is way over here.
Gotcha. Mm.
I also have the Sleeping Snake Tavern to fence stolen goods
Ooh.
this year.
Sleeping Snake is further south, I believe.
What you should do is go to a place where they have security and then beat up the security and say, you need better security.
Sleeping Snake was way down here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you guys were heading north. So if you continued north up Sail Street, you could find the Pickled Fisherman. But if you wanted to keep towards the docks, you're heading this way. You would come over here and find the Sailor Zone.
And that's where the chick with the medallion necklace is, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's
It's a
do it.
medallion necklace place.
Okay.
And I'll look at Breeze, Night Breeze is kind of going here and be like, do you want to try this one? It's not like I'm having much luck.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. We left on good terms, right?
Yeah,
Do we ever leave on good terms?
I think you guys just basically went in and had a drink, asked some questions, and then left.
Cool. Yeah, we go back. Is the that dude there the owner, the owner operator proprietor?
Yes. He's
Kind of
a
following this
big
Go
guy.
ahead. Yeah, kind of following the same suit. We were here just the other day, and we were really impressed with this place. We were wondering if you were in need of any help. I'm pretty decent at helping keep things classy, and my buddy here, he's worked bars before. He's a great performer. He could bring a lot of show to the table for you if you need to. We're just offering our services for work in exchange for a payment. Just wondering if you got anything that you need any help with.
And kind of similar to what you've seen before, like they already have people working here. You see there's 2 waitresses and 2 bartenders, one of them being the guy you're talking to. So he's like, well, we've already got all the help we need for now. Coming up in a couple of days, there's a holiday where we're expecting more people to come in. We could hire you on for that, for a shift.
Sweet.
Okay, so
Awesome. Well, if we are in the area, we will check it out, and if you need us, we'll see what we can do to help.
All right. And it should make like an intelligence check.
Natural 20.
So yeah, you're in the poor part of town. Anyone who wants a job is out there looking for a job for whatever they can get. So there aren't a ton of vacancies here. So the job market cycles through pretty fast.
I mean, you're wanting to find work to make money, but then also information, right?
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all may just have to be moving boxes.
I don't think there's any way we would get whatever licensure we need within a day.
No.
Because
Probably
I'm
not.
guaranteed there's paperwork and licenses and approvals and money. It's bureaucratic stuff.
Oh, doesn't hurt to ask.
It's true.
And well, with you have a natural 20 on intelligence. I'll throw you another hint that you won't like. But if you did the job for the Dung Sweepers, you might get an in into Meal Skull Tavern, which is in the dock ward.
God damn it.
But that job doesn't even start for another, like 5 days.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is half of the time that I've known you guys. It's only been a 10 day. That's like 20 episodes from now.
25.
Damn it.
Okay. All right. It's time to do the terrible thing that people do. I'm gonna be like the CD guy in New. We're just gonna walk up and down the street and harass people, try and get them to buy crap that they don't need to see what info we can get.
Got CDs? You want the new Drake?
Say make an investigation check.
That is a 9.
Okay. Let's say you guys are just looking around for a while to see if there's anything that can help you out. But I can throw some information at you. Looking around the Dockward, so you haven't been further west here. So if you travel that way, it definitely seems like you are getting into a poorer neighborhood. And you get to this pier at the end, and you see there are buildings built up like on the pier itself, like hovering over the water. And it seems like these are even like lower quality buildings. So this is probably where like the literally poorest people live, where there isn't even land. They just kind of ramshackle through boards together to make a shelter. So there's this like extra neighborhood of really poor people living over the water. If you look around some more,
Man, the sad irony that neighborhood's at the end of Coin Alley.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a lot of the same. Looking around this neighborhood, it seems like it used to be nice, and then just there's nothing here of interest. It's a lot of just people who don't have any money.
Lion Street.
So I have an idea for how we can not be the seedy guy in New Orleans and still be the seedy folks in New Orleans.
I was
So you
going to
stand on the corner with the flick.
Yeah, no, dead serious. You do what you did last time, and I'll work with Sleet to see if I can incorporate him into your act. And we could just go street corner to street corner, whatever we need to do, see if we can just kind of keep our eyes out.
Yeah.
I'll say, here's the other thing that you notice in stark contrast to everything around you. You see this large building up here up on the hill? That is Mert's mansion.
Oh. Does he need bodyguards?
Right on the edge there.
He would ask us why we're not looking for the horse.
Because we split the party.
And so yeah, if you come up to basically this road, you're considered back in Castle Ward instead of the Dock Ward.
We do not leave the dock ward.
No,
Under no circumstances.
Not one step.
not until we resolve this.
Yeah, so I like the idea of we'll essentially busk around corners throughout the dock ward. Probably spend no more than 45 minutes on any given.
Yeah.
And any time we move, we'd probably move at least 4 to 5 blocks. And just try and move our way around the dock ward.
Okay.
And I'd be trying to I would continue to hype him up, but I'd also would try to work with my snake a little bit here and get Slate to do some tricks. Maybe.
Okay.
Snake tricks?
Snake tricks, yeah.
And I will say,
Just don't hit my snake with your balls.
if you walk around, you find another tavern at the southern end of Fishgut Court. It's called Salune's Smile.
Yep.
There's another tavern. It's not any different from any of the others. Okay, so you guys are just kind of hanging out, trying to perform on the street, and
Have you considered painting yourself silver and standing like a statue in the center of the square?
Yeah, and while we're doing that, moving from kind of block to block, doing various corner stuff, I'm paying pretty solid attention. Phrasing. Yep, thank you.
Yeah.
I was laughing about the painting silver statue thing because then I was thinking how they have the giant walking statues.
We could be the little walking
if you had a little enlarge spell,
So as we move from corner to corner and do that, we're going to be spending probably the rest of the day and the entire night doing this. And looking for any incidents of, like, crime, gang violence, assaults.
Taking a note from chat, I could try to chat up people while I'm not
Yep.
performing with my snake in the crowd.
Okay.
When he's not waving his snake about at random people.
Yeah. Like, have you seen this yet?
The guard's gonna come after you for that.
Okay. We can pause on that, and we'll jump back to what Gus and Lindario are doing.
More boring stuff.
The quest continues.
So you've just been going from carriage and dray, asking the driver what their horses' names are.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I think I had you roll for that before we jumped away, and I don't remember what the roll was. Well, let's say you've done that for an hour, and you've gotten a bunch of horses' names. You've got a bunch of people who are slightly annoyed or confused. You haven't gotten any information.
Okay.
So it seems like so people who are willing to talk to you, like, will tell you about their horse. It's just not giving you information about the horse you're looking for.
Okay.
We're looking for a horse with names that start with M.
If we've gotten up to like if we've gone up and down, like let's say we went like up the high road and then back down the way of the dragon, or one of the two. If we've gone up the length of both of those, then I would say to start moving down other roads and looking more stables.
And I would concur.
Okay. I will give you this one. There's a stable here.
Yay! We found one.
It's called Athel's Stables.
Athel? That sounds like somebody saying something else with a lisp.
Or it sounds like someone saying Athel correctly.
Sounds
think
like
that's
Mike
an
Tyson's
apple.
stable.
Yeah, it's a large building. There's lots of horse stalls in it. This does seem like a more commercial place where people can rent a stall here.
Okay, so are we playing the looking to buy a horse?
Yep. We're
Let's
running that
ask
play.
all your horses' names play.
Yep. That's all we got.
Okay.
Unless you want to pop a spell right now.
I'm too nervous about wasting it. Okay, can we approach?
Yeah, there you can find there is basically a front room with a desk. Someone is there.
We approach cautiously, looking for traps.
Make
The rogue finally checks for traps.
Make an investigation check.
Natural one.
It's actually a 23.
The stable has not trapped their public entrance.
Gosh.
The one time where it really doesn't matter.
But you see that one nail in the floor that sticks up just a little bit more than the rest of them?
Lynn, look out!
Okay. I guess
There's a
I
human
will.
woman sitting at basically a counter.
Okay, I guess I will approach and say hello.
Hello.
We are in the market to buy a mare, and thought we would come and look at your beautiful horses to see if you had any you might be interested in selling.
Well, we're mostly just a stable for the horses. We don't own the horses. We can't sell them to you, but we might be able to get you in contact with some of the owners.
That's good.
Okay. Do you have any mares stabled here? I'm particularly looking for a mare.
I'm sure we have several.
Oh, do you have any paperwork that I might look at to save us some time so you don't have to waste
I mean,
contacting the owners?
they're not our horses. We're just keeping them here.
Ah,
You don't know their names? How do you know it's the right horse?
We don't care if it's the right horse. People are renting the space.
Well, I have a horse I want here.
Okay. Do you want to rent a stable?
But only if you can tell me what the horses here are. My horse is very sensitive and can only be with certain horses. So I need to know which horses are here.
Just make a persuasion check.
oh,
Natural 20.
oh God. Please.
So with that, she at first I think she was gonna think you were like just joking with her or like being a troll.
I'm super regal.
With
No,
that,
it's pronounced noble.
Yeah. So with that, she thinks you're being serious, but like doesn't know how to like address you, because like that's not how this works.
Well, I'm going to tell Daddy then.
Like, okay. Like we can give you a tour of the stables and our facilities here, but our other clients it's their own business. It's not ours to share.
So, what's the plan here, Lynn?
Well, if she offers a tour of the stables, I will say, that sounds lovely, thank you.
Okay, and then yeah, she'll show you around. It's what you expect of a stable. They have stalls for horses, and they have like grooming areas and.
Are there any horses currently inside?
There are. You can see rows of stalls. Some of them have horses in them. Some
Are
horses
there
are eating.
female?
Some. You can make a nature check.
I will do that. That was a natural 20.
Yep. There are some
And I'm
females.
plus 4 as well, so 24.
So
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I can see from far
Yeah.
away. I know.
Yes, there's no dongs. So now that you know which ones are female, what are you gonna do?
And there's no sort of any indication as to like who's in the stall. They're just kind of like they're like parking spots essentially, right? There's
Yeah.
no names. It's just you find the spot and you go in it.
Some horses are laying down. Some of them are standing up, and some have their heads like over the railing. And each of the stalls is numbered.
Okay. Well, we'll if the lady's like leading us around, like looking, I will turn to Gus and like softly say like, "Want me to try to use this now? Do you think that's smart?"
I don't think we have a better option. Unless you want me to talk to each horse.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we may just be taking a big nap in between the day here. All right, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals then.
Is this
Okay.
it's not
You at least my end messed up when you were speaking, Josh.
Oh, I was asking if this was a short rest spell.
It's once every long rest.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. So if Gus wants to like lead the lady along a little further, I will individually stop at each female and say, "Hello, how are you? I'm looking for Maxine. Do you know her?"
Okay, Josh, I'm going to have you make a charisma check to
Ooh,
keep
good for Josh.
the lady distracted.
18.
18? Okay, you move her away and chat with her for a bit. Okay, so you're
I just
asking.
don't want to weird the lady out, like, talking in horse. Like,
Yeah.
if she hears I don't super care, like, Gus would probably just be like, she loves horses! And just gonna play me off as weird, but...
I'll just give her a nudge and be like, she thinks she can talk like a horse. It's really bizarre.
So you're asking if anyone has heard of Maxine?
Yes.
I will do it. I will do it with some rolls. There's three horses in a row. I'll say can all hear you and respond at once.
Oh, wonderful.
One of them is kind of just not interested in talking to you. She's just kind of like laying down, kind of trying to sleep.
Okay.
One of them will respond. It's like, no, I haven't heard of a Maxine. And the last one actually just ignores your question and asks, like, can you let me out? I want to get out.
Oh, I'm sure I would love to get out of this place, too. But unfortunately, we have to stay in some...
You have to let me out.
Places.
And,
I'm sorry, I can't.
And she starts, like, kind of, like, banging up against the door.
Poor her.
Can I give her a treat?
Make a perception check. You'd have to give her one of your own treats. You don't see anything else nearby that you could get.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I would give her one of my treats that I had.
So yeah, you can try that, and she will take it, but she still is like, but can you let me out?
I'm just gonna be like, sorry, I can't. And then I'm just gonna move on to the next line of other females.
Okay. I will have you make a persuasion check to end a. Do that first.
Ooh. 16?
16? Okay, now make an animal handling check.
That's much better. Do that probably. Oh yeah. 18.
18, and now make a stealth check to continue avoiding the lady.
Good one. 12.
Okay. So you don't get caught talking in horse and being weird. For most of the horses, either don't want to talk or they don't know a Maxine. One of them will say they know of a Maxine, but they don't know anything about where she is or how to get in contact with her.
Can I describe her coloring?
Yeah, it's a brown horse.
Okay.
And I personally don't know that much about horses and know how to describe a horse. It's.
Does she have any, like, specific markings? They usually have, like, clear markings. Is her mane a different color than, like, her body?
So they'll give you a description of Maxine as best as they can.
Let's say she has, like, a diamond on her nose.
Okay. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Brown horse, white diamond nose.
Yep.
Cool. I think that will help us narrow down a little bit, right?
Yes.
Visual.
It would also help if we were passing horses on the road.
Yeah. Then I can be like, diamond nose.
Domino.
Okay.
How many horses that you've passed so far have a diamond on their nose?
Not
Only
one.
and we need to find her.
It's a small percentage. Let's not be crazy here. We can maybe narrow down to like 20% or less. Brown with white diamond. There can't be that many.
So is she like a chestnut or sorrel or a...
Does she like to wear braids? Is she just au naturel long? How's her haircut? We can go into really specifics here.
Yeah, like so she's got she's got the diamond marking across her nose, but what is the actual nose shape? Does she have like the scoop in on the sides? So is she more of an Arabian?
How many hands
have-
tall
Well,
is she? What's
she's
her
a
breeding
draft.
like?
I know she's a draft horse. We know that. So she's not like an Arabian or something fancy.
Okay. So square
We
nose.
have white socks.
Yeah.
Maybe she's got a little white sock. Okay. She has a white diamond nose and white socks.
No, make it easier on yourself.
This
She's
is
blue.
now. Okay.
She is a blue horse.
Purple hair.
She can't stop but just scream all the time.
She screams in common, "My name is Maxine. Why would anybody talk to me?"
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least I have some information. Okay, and that's all. I've gone through all of them, correct?
Yeah, but by the time your spell ends.
Okay. Okay, so I will catch back up to Gus and kind of take him by the arm and be like, "Thank you so much, we'll be in touch," and like him out.
Okay.
How'd it go?
So only one of them knew Maxine. They don't know where she is, but at least they knew of her, and they gave me a description. She's brown, and she has a white diamond on her nose and white sock.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
So,
And they also would have like said what you already know, that she drives a dray,
yes.
and would also say that she's kind of rude. She wouldn't talk to them.
Oh. Okay.
Did they also happen to mention what
Yes.
location that she's usually in?
Where
Maybe
was she rude to them?
Just this horse that you talked to also pulls a dray,
Okay.
and so they were parked next to each other one day.
Ah. But I have gotten where they were parked. I don't think that will matter.
I don't think would a horse know how to communicate that information? If they're like walking around the city all day in various places.
They
Probably
know places. Horses know like landmarks and stuff. Like when you get like back to the stables, they know exactly where they're going. Like they know
Okay.
like
We'd say it was near the Field of Triumph, we'll say, where they had that
Okay.
encounter.
Field of Triumph. Go.
Yep.
Although I don't know how much that difference that makes just because somebody wanted to go there once. You know.
It's the only lead we got.
All right. What time is it about after these shenanigans?
For you guys, you questioned people. So did you say you went all the way up this road and back? You did a big circle around basically the southern
Yeah.
ward and
Yep.
back down. So
Yep.
I'd say that probably took you, and you were asking like every driver along the way.
Yeah.
It probably took like 3 or 4 hours to
Okay.
make that
Is
trip.
it lunchtime?
It's well after lunchtime.
Okay.
It's probably like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I don't know. I think it was. You guys went and got the hotel. So yeah, I think it was like 3 o'clock for you.
I think we got enough time to probably look some more before heading back.
Yeah. Do you want to find something to eat real quick?
Are you asking me to dinner? I'm just kidding. Yes.
I'm asking if you want some lunch.
yes. Grab some food.
Is there like a tavern nearby?
There's taverns along. There's a place called the Red Gauntlet. There's the.
I want to make sure wherever we go is not racist.
There's the Spouting Fish, where you guys found an entrance to the sewer. There's a place called the Full Cup.
I would just go to the first place that looked
There's a place you heard Dan talk about called the Beer Golem Tavern.
whatever the closest one is that like looks moderate.
I think it's... Nope. You're not in the right part of town. Probably actually the Beer Golem Tavern is the kind of the nicest / closest place.
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah, and it's described as a cheery tavern. It has a heavy wooden sign that depicts a keg tap emitting an amber-colored elemental with beer suds for its hair and beard, who raises its drinking horn to potential patrons.
That's really cute. Beer sud hair. Okay. We'll go in and just get whatever easy lunch quick.
Yep.
Yep, and the staff is very friendly, and there's no one looking to kill some drow today.
Good.
Alright, and with that, do we want to take a quick break?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll be back in a short bit. And we are back. Okay, so we have Dandriel and Nightbreeze are investigating, kind of performing, kind of looking for work in the dock ward.
Yeah. Do we make any money?
We'll roll for that at the end.
Okay.
And
4 million platinum
In the dock ward.
in the dock ward.
Lindariel and Gus just learned some information about Maxine. And have gotten lunch.
Was it a romantic lunch?
That's probably up to Linda.
I'll have Gus roll for persuasion.
13.
And also roll for performance.
Whoa! Wait, what?
12.
Okay, Megan, I'm just going to have you decide with a 13 and a 12, was it a romantic lunch?
No.
Was my conversation scintillating?
Needed to be at least an 18
Ah, alright, well, it wasn't terrible.
to get to the romance side.
So Lynn doesn't.
It wasn't
mess with
bad.
anything- Lynn doesn't mess with anything that's lower than 18.
I mean,
It
I think
wasn't
that's
a
the
bad
bare
lunch,
minimum.
but it
In
wasn't
reality, we
romance.
plus 8.
It was a perfectly fine lunch. He was tolerable, and we now have food in our bellies, and we can continue the rest of the day.
I'm happy knowing that I didn't ruin everything.
There's no negative. If you had like nat 1 that, then
So, in light of that, have Dan and I had a romantic time together?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good.
His DC is 1.
Yeah. Let's be clear. Dan is omnisexual.
Alright, so where are we now? Is it back to us?
Yeah, you are leaving lunch. You're in the southern ward.
Okay, so we are on the lookout. We got a bolo out for a horse that's brown with white socks and a white diamond nose.
yes. Yeah, so essentially, now we'll has it been late enough in the day that what I know, there's going. You said there's more horses, obviously, on the busy main roads.
Yes.
Is it worth doing that again at this later hour? Would they be different?
Possibly. But since you have something to look for now,
Yeah.
what I can do is have you basically roll, and that can say represent an hour's worth of searching.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, where are you looking at?
I mean, because we were right off around the high road, right?
Yeah, right now you're between the high road and the Way of the Dragon. You can go to either one. easily.
Yeah. I was gonna do one of those roads. Which one is the more populated, probably? Way of Dragon? Or...
The high road is usually more crowded, but
Okay.
then that leads a lot of people to the Way of the Dragon because they think it's less crowded. But then sometimes it switches because everyone's trying to avoid the crowd.
Okay, well... Rock, paper, scissors? I don't care. Neither one. I would probably do one and then the other. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
And I'll total be looking too.
So, start with high road, and then we can do Way of the Dragon after that.
Okay, go ahead and make roll percentile.
Percentile. 49.
49. After about an hour of looking, you did not see a horse that matches that description that is pulling a dray.
Okay. And that's just on the high road. Do I need to roll again on the Way of the Dragon?
Well, so are you going to move then and then try again?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
doing loops.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, make another roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like the teenagers circling around the mall, aimless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have any money to buy anything with. We're just walking.
Yeah. And at some point, Gus is going to try and awkwardly hold on to Lindariel's hand, and we'll see how that goes.
Like a carriage starts to go and might run towards me or something, and he quick pulls me out of the way.
Yeah, but the thing is the carriage is like 4 blocks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like super far away.
Lynn, look out!
Sorry, that it looked like it was coming towards us.
No, and he doesn't just pull you over. He does the whole and dip.
We refer to that as a meet cute.
I got a 77.
Okay. You still have not found the horse you're looking for.
These are not the horses you
You were looking for.
Oh gosh.
Is it possible we're looking for a horse of a different color?
No. Don't put our odds back up higher again. This is what we've got. Would Snail Street be smart?
It'd be slow.
Ayo.
I don't know how far we want to get. I mean, because we can keep going up the high road,
We don't really have a timeline. So, I mean, we can walk.
Yeah.
Walk and walk. Yes, indeed, we're walking.
Okay, so let's try to do more of, the castle ward then,
I'm cool with that.
and just kind of do high road, street bells, street of the sword, ward, and just kind of, do a wee.
So you're heading back further north to Castle Ward?
Yeah, let's try there.
Okay. Roll your percentile.
That was an 80.
Okay, yeah. About another hour goes by, and you haven't found the horse you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this hurts.
You want me to just keep rolling 20 times and that will take care of all the streets in this area?
Yeah, so at this point, it's it's dusk.
Okay.
If you want to keep looking, you can keep going.
Yeah. Okay. 84.
Still haven't found it. You've gone through most of these streets, but you know they're horses. They're moving. So even if you've thoroughly searched the street,
We're
Yeah.
constantly behind the horse.
Well, that was a 69.
so you get internet
we found
points. So that's more of a win for Gus.
Oh. I mean, what do we want to like give ourselves the goal until like I don't know. I guess until we're like
Until dark when it's harder.
yeah. I would
Also,
say until like 10 or 11, we might want to start heading back to the dock ward.
So you did 2 more searches in Castlewood, so it'd be like about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Can I do one more in the castle ward
Yeah.
and then we go? 43.
Nope.
Okay.
Who would have more information? Maybe if we went to the yawning portal, we could ask someone there.
Dan is not there, but he is telepathically shaking his head as no possible at you. No,
Maybe the
let's
horse
not
felt
go
things.
and try and blow a Harper's cover in the Zentarum hideout. Ugh.
Maybe they have her captured.
Oh,
Is this the hook for Dungeon of the Mad Mage?
is the Mad Mage a drow by any chance?
I mean, like, I think so we leave the castle ward. Let's just try the method of going back and seeing if we see any stables.
Sure.
And then we're just making our way, looking for stables, heading back towards the hotel, I guess. Not the hotel.
So you're going to the Yawning Portal?
No.
Are you going
No,
Run
no,
all
the place where I rented the room.
Sailor's Corner?
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
imagine that, like, that would... Whatever gets us back there, probably, like, 11 or midnight, like, looking around more, essentially.
Wait, you want to do just one more investigation in the castle ward and then
Sure.
head back?
Sure.
Okay.
87!
I have to do math real quick. So, you are on... You're on Warrior's Way,
Uh-huh.
and you see a dray with a horse matching the description you're
Ooh.
looking for.
Okay.
Pull out your rapier and stab it.
I will start singing a country song about
Um,
a horse named Maxine.
is the dray empty?
It currently has a good group of people on board. This one isn't one of the fancy double-decker ones. It's smaller, but it seems to be pretty full of people.
Okay, let's follow it.
Follow that tail? Or
Yeah.
tail that tail?
So I would say follow it until it's a little bit more empty, and then maybe try to strike up a conversation with the driver. Like, there's a seat up front. but can't talk to the horse. At least yet.
If it's the right horse, you can.
No.
Yeah, but then she blows its cover, so no, she cannot.
Well, the horse doesn't have to respond with normal horse language. It can nod or go.
So you guys basically following it?
Yes. Follow it until it looks like we could maybe get on and get to a spot close enough to the driver to like start up the conversation.
Okay, it's heading south. It heads to Waterdeep Way and it turns east.
Okay.
A couple people seem to get out at Fellowship Hall.
Okay.
If you would, did you want to try and get on behind them, or you're just still following it?
Sure.
Okay. You are now.
Is there a seat close to the driver?
I will. It's kind of like halfway back. It will cost 2 copper for each of you.
That's fine. You need me to get that?
I got it. Thank you, though.
So let's ride on this until a seat closer up to the driver happens, and then reach up.
So much phrasing.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing at all. I will be clipping that shortly.
It comes up to this intersection, and several more people get off, and a couple people get on.
Can I scooch closer to? I'm constantly scooching.
Okay.
What?
We're scooching towards Gus.
No.
Constantly scooching towards Gus.
I mean, I'll keep pushing Gus like along the way.
And also they head down the way of the dragon, and
Okay.
More people get off here, and you can get a seat up near the driver.
Okay. I will bring up a conversation with the driver. Can I like talk to him?
Yeah,
Kinda?
he's pretty friendly. He
Okay.
introduces himself as Wilbur Post.
Oh. Hi, Wilbur. It's very nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Where are you heading?
Oh, we're just traveling around. What a beautiful horse you have. I love her pretty markings. What's her name?
Oh yeah, Maxine. Everyone seems to love her. She's just the best, and so lucky to have found her.
Oh, Maxine, that's such a pretty name. Internally, I'm squealing, and a little bit comes out audibly. And he probably looks at me weird.
He's seen far weirder people on the
Okay,
streets of Waterdeep,
good.
so
Okay. I'm like nudging Gus and like,
Are we gonna Red Dead Redemption this?
The little falcon of truth would tell you that stealing a horse is punishable by death.
It's true. So I was always curious about this. Do y'all stable at the same place every time?
and so he kind of lights up. He's like, so you haven't heard about Maxine, huh?
Maxine? What's a Maxine?
It's my horse. We just said that.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. So your horse is named Maxine. Is she special?
Yeah, she's special. So she's
She's got that
So it was
diamond on her head. That's cool.
maybe 2 years ago. This little old woman came up to me and asked me if I wanted to use her horse. She only charges 2 silver pieces a day. It's ridiculous. The stabling fees must be even more than that. So, of course, I accepted. And the next morning, Maxine here just showed up for work. Just no one with her, just let herself here. And worked as good as any horse I've ever worked with. At the end of the day, I unhitched her. She left on her own. Showed up again the next morning. Every day for the past 2 years.
It's a very smart horse.
Actually, I followed her home once because I was so curious, and she walked right up to the woman's apartment, opened the gate, let herself in, walked into her stable stall, and laid down.
That is fascinating. Where does this woman live? I would like to talk to her.
It's in the southern ward.
Southern ward. Okay. I mean, we actually just opened a new location. It's called Troll Skull Manor, and we.
Oh, is that up in near Troll Skull Alley? Is that related?
Yes, it's absolutely right there, and we would possibly be interested in like purchasing a horse or something like this, because I think that would be amazing attract. So if you could help us get in touch with this lady, that would be amazing.
I mean, I'm not going to let you take Maxine away from me.
No, I would never take Maxine from you, but that's why I was wondering if you could get us in touch with the woman. Maybe she would have a lead on another like this.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I haven't seen her too often. She doesn't come out much.
That's fine. I'm willing to talk to her. If you could just point me to her house, that would be great.
Okay, I will actually talk to her first. I don't know if she wants her business being public, but I can ask her. And you said you're in Troll Skull Manor?
Yeah, Troll Skull Manor. My name is Augustine Telmost. I'm fairly well known in the area, and we have an adventuring group called the Troll Skull Syndicate.
Oh, adventurers! They're always a fun crowd.
I agree.
So yeah, I'll ask her, and the next time I see her, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, that would be great. How do we follow up with you then?
I mean, I can come back to you. You said you're in Troll Skull.
Yeah, if we're not there, please leave a note.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for your time. We need to get over to the dock.
Oh, we're heading that way.
Oh, perfect. Then I will shut my mouth.
No, I'm not letting this horse out of my sight.
I know.
Yeah, you guys have been making your way down the way of the dragon.
Like, we're just gonna we're staying on here until his shift is done.
I think we should probably...
And if it gets awkward, we will get off and then follow on foot behind. But, like, I'm not leaving this horse, like, no.
I was thinking we should follow all the way back down to the bottom part of the dock ward and then get off there and follow.
That's...
Because I just said we were going to the dock ward. So if we don't go to the dock ward, now it looks weird.
Well, no, we'll go to the very, like, edge of what's awkward, like, we should be getting off there. Whatever point that is, where it, like, starts to get awkward. Like, you said dock ward, and, like...
Yeah, I think that point would probably be, like, down here at the intersection.
Okay.
They meant the dock ward of Baldur's Gate.
And he turns around and heads back north.
Okay, so we'll get off at whatever that point is then. And then follow on foot. I'm assuming we have to do some sort of stealth.
If you want to. Or if just he notices you following him, that's weird.
Whatever. If he thinks we're weird, I don't care.
I don't want him to be weirded out and then not talk to the lady, because if we have to, we have a contingency.
That's true.
So your objective now is you're intending to follow this until he quits for the night?
Follow that horse.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to roll and see how much further he's going for the night. He's going for a while.
Okay.
So you follow him, and it's not that difficult to keep up with him on foot, like his usual taking the transportation doesn't really go much faster in Waterdeep. It's just a convenience, so you don't have to actually walk yourself. But with all the other traffic and stuff going on, it's not quick. So you follow him back up the high road. Takes the high road pretty far north, past the market.
Going home.
Yeah. All the way north, cuts over Skull Street. And the Street of Glances. Back down, Street of the Singing Dolphin. So it's pretty late in the night. You guys have been following him for a while. It comes down, probably Dobbs Loss. But then comes down Calmaster Lane, and he pulls into a spot here, and that's where he ends his route for the night.
Okay.
So by the time you went that far, it's probably like after 1 a.m. You guys have been walking for a while, following this horse.
Okay.
And yeah, you just basically staying away while he like packs up his things and.
Yeah. I would say then now we're gonna like follow Maxine.
Yeah. So yeah, you see him basically unhitch the horse and like pats her for a bit and says goodnight. And yeah, she walks by herself down Sword Street. And cuts over Seldy Street. Takes the high road. Comes down the Spectre Walk. And comes to a building. At the end, there's a stable on the first floor. She opens the gate and lets herself in. Yeah, you just.
What do you think we should do?
You just
I need to
watch.
have a rest before I can speak to her.
If we can get her alone, then we can speak to her in English. Or, sorry, common.
Still think it isn't safe to try to do a conversation when she can't speak back. You think she's gonna like speak English back to us and blow her cover, possibly?
If no one's around, maybe she'll be alright. But if you prefer to speak in horse, then yes, we're gonna have to wait, but we don't want to lose her, so...
Are you guys just having this conversation outside from there?
Like,
Yeah, we're speaking quietly.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Russell's yelling.
24.
Okay.
oh goodness. 14.
Okay. No, just to go back to Dan and Nightbreeze, it was later in the afternoon last we saw you. It was after lunch. But you guys said you were hanging out in the dock ward being kind of entertainers. So that's going to get
Oh,
summed up.
That's what we're going to do the entire time.
Yeah, that's going to get summed up as a roll to see how many tips you got,
Sweet.
basically. So
But we got the tip. Maybe just the tip.
Probably just the tip.
okay, so you guys are hanging out outside of Maxine's stable.
Do you think, Gus, maybe I should try to sleep and you can keep watch?
I'm willing to do that. Yes.
That'd be the smartest thing, so we don't lose her and you can wake me up. Now I wish you had the carts because I could just sleep in the cart and you can, you know what I mean? Like,
I am willing to do that.
okay. So I want to take a long rest.
Okay, just on the street.
Yeah, like, is there like a bush or something we can kind of hide away?
There's nothing that seems like it's comfortable here.
Stop, y'all.
I didn't say anything.
Well, I have like a bedroll or something, right? There's not like a across the corner.
And like
Yeah,
there's
right over there in that grass patch.
there's
Yeah.
a guard tower right here that can oversee this whole area.
Okay.
What's
something in the
the
alley
city
behind it?
on sleeping in the streets?
What was that?
What's the city ordinance on sleeping on the street?
Vagrancy?
Yeah.
Like on the actual street, you would probably just get trampled by the traffic that's around.
You know, on the sidewalk or on the side of the street.
To the side, they allow it in certain areas, basically. Well, it's technically not really allowed, but they'll overlook it in certain areas. If you're up in the C ward, no, you would get asked to move.
Is there a spot maybe like behind the house?
Yeah,
that
if you
can,
go back in the alley, you can probably find a place that's quieter.
Yeah.
But then you might think there's people here who look out their window and see someone laying in the alley. That seems weird.
I'm gonna like curl up in a dark corner where they won't see me.
Okay. Make
Hide in the hole.
make a stealth check.
But Gus is still watching the front.
Yeah.
20.
20. Okay, you are stealth
I'm
sleeping in
active.
the alley.
I know how to blend into some bushes.
All right.
No.
So Gus, you're hanging out front. Have you make your intention is just to just hang out all night?
Yeah, I'm just hanging out.
Okay. I'll get back to you. Let's switch back to Nightbreeze and Dan.
I'm just sitting there watching an angel sleep.
Oh.
Oh, you're in the front watching the door.
Kinda.
If
He's
you
side
look,
on.
stupid horse, if this horse leaves and you are not watching, Lynn will seriously hurt you.
Oh god. Is there going to be a roll to see if he misses the horse because he was too busy gawking at Lynn while she slept?
We'll get back to it.
No.
When RP comes to bite you.
Okay, Danger, I'll let you make a performance check, and I'll give you advantage because Nightbreeze is kind of again talking you up and.
Playing with my snake.
Mm-hmm. Your snake can possibly help out in the act. It can be incorporated somehow.
Yeah, your snake can help me in my act. It's very impressive.
You know, that's what people keep telling me.
Nearly prehensile at times. That's who'd have thought.
It's taken a lot of training.
It's taken a lot, that's for sure. Oh, with advantage. Oh, well shit, not 20, so that's a 25
Okay.
performance?
Yeah,
Rich.
you guys, you draw a crowd. You have people come, the sailors, there's other
Oh, the sailors like my snake.
Yeah, there's people you recognize from the carnival ship. There's, yeah, a lot of people like your performance.
Oh yeah,
And-
juggling, dancing. I'm playing with the snake in public.
It happens.
It does.
I'm wooing the crowd.
Woo indeed. For you, woo girl.
Roll a percentile.
Woo woo can woo.
92.
92. I'm gonna do some math. I'm making up something because the dice roll that I did not give me a result that made any sense. So
If it made us rich, that's okay.
Yeah, if it's I just made 10,000. Fine with that.
But it doesn't make sense.
Or was it the other way? We didn't make anything.
So you guys
You
did
actually owe money.
guys did a really good job. You made a full 34 gold
Oh, heck yeah.
for a night of performing. This is one of your best nights you've ever had.
You tend to always have the best night you've ever had. It's as if every night is legendary.
Well, when you're with Dandriel,
Yeah.
it is.
So is the person of Dandriel.
So you said 34 gold.
Yes.
So we'll split that between us.
I'll take the light half by far. I'll take 10 and keep the other 24.
Sweet. Alright.
So you did. I'll say. In the night, you did notice there is a group of 3 children. They're probably homeless. They're urchins who live on the streets here in the dock ward. They took some time and hung out with you. Were like dancing around with. I assume at some point you had your wand of conducting, playing music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there was two boys. One was a kind of a plumper human child, and the other one was a tiefling, and they were kind of like dancing around to the music. And with them there was a human girl, and she kind of kept asking questions and like using a bunch of hand motions. After a while, you realized she was actually deaf. She couldn't hear your music, and she was using a type of sign language to talk with the boys. And they were trying to explain to her like
Dude,
the
we gotta
concept
give
of
them
music.
some money.
Oh yeah.
Give them all your money that you just made.
I mean, I would throw 5 gold kids.
Okay. Oh yeah, they are like super happy to have.
I'll match
you.
it.
Yeah.
That's
I'll match
probably more money than they've ever seen.
You don't have 5 gold.
He just made 10.
I just made 10, so now I'm going to go ahead and give up.
So yeah, they kind of freak out with that amount of money.
Damn. And when he gives it to him, he wouldn't like flip it to the server. Hey, take this. Guys, make sure you get yourself something good to eat. Hopefully, someplace nice to sleep.
Yeah, they'll thank you, and then they kind of just run off.
Yeah. So I think
Shit,
we're
we should
playing.
have asked them about the beheadings.
Yeah, so we'd probably be performing throughout most of like the reasonable bar hours of the evening, kind of loitering around, and then head back to our room in the dock.
Yeah, at the end of your performance, one of the carnival workers that you actually talked to up on the ship comes back up to you and hands you a card. It's basically like a business card, and it says if you really are interested in a job, you're more than qualified. Go come back and speak to Zerdaz. He will. He's usually around more in the night. I can't promise he's always there, but if you come back to the ship and show this card, if he's there, I'm sure he would like to talk to you. And you have a card that it says the Sea Maiden's Fair, and it has the name Zardaz Zord on it. And it's you've seen these flyers all over town.
I was gonna say that's the flyers that we had plastered all.
Yeah,
Yep.
but this is a specific card.
Yeah, so the person you shake their hand and be like, oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I look forward to probably doing some work with you guys. And then shuffle off to bedroll.
All right. So you guys are just going back to the hotel for the night?
While he's sleeping, I'm going to continue to kind of walk, but I only need to meditate for 4 hours, so I'm going to walk around until it would be prudent and just kind of keep an eye on things. Looking for a lot of the stuff we've been looking for before. You know, people that are kind of not in the right place. Obviously, watching for anybody getting beat.
So you're kind of just patrolling in the dock ward for the night?
Patrolling with a purpose.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
That's an 18 on the roll. So 18 flat.
Okay. It is mostly peaceful. You've been around here at night before. It is. It isn't the best part of town, but nothing here makes you feel unsafe at the moment. You do witness a city watch patrol arresting someone. Seems to have been a thief that they captured. So you take note of that. But otherwise, it was an uneventful evening.
Okay. Then, when prudent, I would return.
All right. And
So have all of us made it back to the point?
to the inn. Well, Lindario and Gus did not go to the inn.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
right, they did not.
So you guys would take note of that. 'Cause if that was your plan, was to meet up, they did not meet up.
They're dead. It's time to find new friends.
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about who's sharing the bed. It's just you and me, boss.
You guys going like head to toe?
I was gonna say head to toe.
No, man. I'll be the little spoon. I'll be the teaspoon, you be the tablespoon.
Uh,
Alright.
That one's for chat.
Alright, so you guys can get your long rest.
we did.
Lindario can get her long rest. Gus,
Point
make
of exhaustion.
First of all, make a wisdom saving throw. 17. So you managed to actually stand guard and not go stare at the sleeping elf all night.
It's just I steal glances.
And make a perception check.
Uh, 15.
So while you are here, you do notice that there are guards in the nearby guard tower, and they see you kind of hanging out, and so they're kind of watching you to make sure you're not up to anything strange. So,
I'm not. I'm literally just sitting here.
and that's a little bit strange.
You know what? I was afraid of drinking and driving. Sitting here.
Okay.
I imagine that, like, you know, like the crossed arm, like, lean against the wall, like, just, like, all night.
But yeah, otherwise, the night passes and nothing very interesting happened. You see occasional traffic pass by, but that's about it. The guards up in the tower have been watching you pretty closely, though.
That's cool. He can watch me. I'm not doing anything.
All right. So yeah, you will gain a point of exhaustion.
Oh, that's a great phrase right there. Gus dry dreaming.
Glad that was the clarification. And people say adjectives aren't important.
So yeah, I'm hanging out, trying to look inconspicuous, and trying to do the best job possible.
Okay. And I guess
Because one more way to impress her.
yeah, I think of the three sleeping people, Lynn would be the first awake in the morning.
Is it morning?
Yes, it is now the 4th of Tarsak.
Okay. I get up and run over to the front. Wait, has she left yet, Gus?
She has not left yet.
Go. Okay, good. And we'll just wait.
Do
till
we
she
want to?
exits.
Do we want to just go to her door?
I thought we could wait till she leaves and maybe walk and talk on her way to work.
When does she turn into a horse? She comes out of the house as a horse, right? So what if we just talk to the woman as a woman?
Well, that's the whole reason I slept with, so I could talk to her as a horse.
I know, I was very distracted and I didn't think of the start. So, since we did it, yes, we'll wait till she comes in, turns into a horse and comes out. And then you can talk to her as a horse.
Good.
So yeah, just
Do
wait.
we know
waiting
it's
there for a while.
it's a horse that just talks, or is it a woman that's turns into a horse?
I didn't think we had any indication that the woman turned into the horse.
Yeah, Mert told you about a horse that speaks common.
I am based off of my extreme 8 intelligence.
Okay.
And your point of exhaustion.
And my point of exhaustion, I'm assuming that the woman and the horse are... for no good reason.
But she goes into a stable at night, right? That's what we saw?
Yes.
Yeah.
She kind of like opened a gate and went through and went into a stable and shut the door.
Yeah.
And that's all you can see.
Well, we'll wait outside until she comes out then.
Okay.
Like across the street from her.
Yeah, so you guys are just hanging out outside this house.
Yep.
Okay. Dan and Nightbreeze will wake up.
We
I
found
assume-
ourselves into the big spoon, a little.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like holding on to his arm. Just like... Why is this happening? Oh, Lord. Wow. Yeah, so, I think the plan is to just wake up and rinse repeat.
Yep.
So, since no luck really finding work, none of the places that said they had work were going to have work today, it is going to be an entire day of busking from like 8 a.m.
To midnight.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, we're working a double today.
Okay. So you're just doing more of this of going out and performing?
Yep, going out, performing, looking for shady, possibly murderous people.
Okay.
Like I said, we'll the intent is to not stay for probably more than 45 minutes to an hour at any one area, and just keep moving 4 or 5 blocks around.
I almost wonder if it would be worth talking to.
Your audio cut out.
No, I almost wonder if we should talk to the dude on the ship. But
Your audio cut out.
yeah. God bless it all!
Dude on the ship.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Oh, why does this happen to me?
It's to Murgatroyd.
We should talk to the guy on the ship, but here's why. We can offer publicity, whatever, for charge while we're performing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, we'll swing by the ship for the traveling folks. And I've got Zardost's card. So we'll probably swing through pretty early in the morning.
Okay. So you're doing that first?
Yeah.
Okay. You can head back to the Heartbreaker.
Now that song is playing in my head, thank you.
Yeah,
every
thank you.
time.
And go ahead and roll a dice and just give me even or odd.
Roll a dice, give you even or odd?
Yeah.
Odd.
Odd. So you get back to the ship, you see one of the sailors there. So not one of the carnival workers, but one of the ship sailors.
Okay.
And you can...
Yeah, so walk up, be like, hello, we're looking for Zardos. I've got this card. So to share the card, see if I can have a conversation with him.
And he looks up and at first he kind of like hides his eyes from the sunlight because it's kind of still bright in the morning, and he's like, think the captain isn't in right now. If you check back later tonight, he'll probably see you.
All right, I can do that. Thank you. And then kind of go off. Do you want to know a thing?
Off to perform and investigate.
Perform and investigate.
Make a perception check.
Who?
Dan.
Both?
Dan.
Natural 1.
Okay.
There it goes. I am not very perceptive.
Yeah, you didn't.
I am a meat popsicle.
Great movie.
You don't notice anything else interesting going on.
Sure don't. This is what happens when Dan doesn't drink.
So you head back into the dock ward to do your thing.
Yep.
Okay. So a while passes, and a group of City Watch pass by, and they see you two hanging out in front of this house, and they'll say, "We're told you've been standing here all night. What? Can we ask what you're doing?" And they're addressing Gus.
Oh. I am
Thinking about the One Shade of Gus novel that I'm going to right now.
taking a break. I'm very tired. I've been walking a long time. And I just needed a break.
We've gotten some complaints from the residents that you've been here all night, just kind of lingering.
My legs have been very tired. I haven't done anything other than sit here. I'm sorry that's making people uncomfortable, but they should feel comforted that I, Augustine Telmost, have been here essentially as a guard for free.
I see Talos of House Talos.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
15.
15. Okay, well we don't think there's any trouble here. We have a guard already. We don't need an extra guard. We're gonna have to ask you to move along.
Okay. Where should I go? Is there somewhere I can't be? Or somewhere I can be? Like, I just can't be here. Or can I just not be sitting here? I need to be standing.
Just for now, you can't be here. We don't care where you go.
Alright, I'll walk the block.
Okay. And they're following you for a little bit.
I'm gonna stay, like, still, like, near the horse.
Yeah, I'm trying to draw them away from Lynn.
Okay. But yeah, if you literally walk around the block and arrive back where you were, they will have words with you again.
Words are words.
It's like, is there a reason
I'm
why
literally just walking around the block. That's all I'm gonna do.
you're going to continue doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. So after you do that probably about 3 times, they will basically, some of them don't follow you, but they just wait for you to get back, and so they'll be in front of you waiting for you so they can stop you from doing that.
I am failing to understand why I cannot just walk. Why am I, a noble in this place, being stopped for walking? I am not dangerous. I am not hurting anybody. I am just getting exercise.
You are allowed to do that. Just we've received complaints from the residents that it's strange that you are here and you have not given adequate explanation for your actions. So we're just trying to help the citizens, to make them feel better.
Is there a good place to get some breakfast near here? I am hungry after all this exercise.
Is there? There's a place called... No, that's not a good place.
Go to That's Not a Good Place. I hear good things about it.
There kind of isn't. There's basically street vendors on the high road, or basically the guards wouldn't really have a good recommendation nearby. But if you head up to the trades ward, there's plenty of restaurants.
Yeah, I don't want to go that far. So I'll just say really loudly, okay, well, I'm just going to look for some breakfast in the area. And just start walking away. Hoping Lynn understands what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I'll just go find a vendor.
Okay, yeah, you can find, there are vendors on the high road, or if you actually go back to the Beer Golem Tavern, they're probably open.
Ooh. That'll work.
Was that the place we went last time?
Yeah, and they do have waffles. Dan has worked there and made sure that they have waffles.
Das Waffles?
Good.
But not Stroop waffles.
Alas.
If you throw it out the door and then pick it up off the street, it is.
Now it is a street waffle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has Maxine left yet?
No. Make a perception check.
Does she know I'm watching? Is that what? That is a... Yeah. That is a 20 then.
So just as far as you can tell, nothing has really changed since she got home last night.
Okay.
From everything you can see, the doors are all closed and probably hasn't left any other way.
Okay. I'm gonna try to like inconspicuously. I'm gonna like be in a place that I can still see where she has to come out from, but like like not like standing right in front of the house, essentially,
Yeah.
and also not drawing attention to the guards as being a creeper standing
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, I assume if you saw them talking to Gus, you kind of like backpedaled.
Yeah.
Into the alleyway.
But I'm going where I'm making sure that I can still see the front.
Yeah. You can hang out there. You feel like if you're like in between the buildings, so where you can still like you're still near the front, but you think you're just behind the wall from where the guard post can't see you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I guess if you go to the Beer Golem Tavern, you can find plenty of breakfast.
All right, I will order up some waffles and some meat, preferably smoked meat from a pig. And after I'm done eating, I will head right back to where I was.
Okay. Yeah, if you use the menu from the Dripping Dagger, you can get prices up from that.
Okay.
It'll be similar. Anyhow, and you by the time you're done, we walk back to the City Watch. Seems to have moved on from that area.
So I'm going to find Lynn and ask her if I missed anything.
Nope, I've just been watching. She hasn't come out yet. What time is it about now?
It's still like 10 a.m.
Her shift should have started, right? I mean, how long do the horses do their thing?
I mean, she was out late though, right? She didn't get back until it was like 1 o'clock. He stopped, and then she had to come all the way back here. I don't know. You would think by 10 that they would probably start up again.
Do we want to just go knock on her door?
So the stable is like separate, right?
It seems like it's like underneath. So there is like a front door, which you assume like right behind the door would be a set of stairs.
But I can like essentially walk right up to the stables.
There is a gate, so there is a kind of like a tiny yard.
Okay. Yeah.
And the front, so that's all like off to like this side, the northern side. That's where like the front door is,
Okay.
and then next to that there's the gate and the stables.
Okay. I'll just walk up to the gate to the stables then.
Okay. You can.
So I walk up to the stables. Do I see a horse up there?
No, it's the gate, so you can like it has a wooden latch on it,
Yeah.
and you Maxine, you saw her just lift it. It's not locked.
Yeah. So I'll do that then.
Okay, so you can walk in, and then yeah, beyond you see the stables. It has 2 stalls on the right.
Okay. I'm pretty much going to be like signaling to Gus to like stand back, and like if he needs to do damage control of like distract somebody, then he can do that.
I'm on it.
Okay. So I walk in. Do I see a horse?
You do.
Do I see Maxine?
Yes. She seems to be
Oh.
sleeping in the stable.
Ah, okay. I will cast my Speak with Animals then. And I will say, Maxine, are you there? Can you wake up?
And guess you hear some horse noises.
They're horse whispers. Try not to be super loud, but
Yeah, and they seems to be not much Not much response from Maxine. She's kind of just sleeping.
Homegirl. Do I need to like knock on the on her stall a little bit? Try to wake her up.
Yeah, and you see her. She's probably awake, but she's kind of like trying to not be, trying to like just ignore you.
Okay. I will say, Maxine, this is urgent. I have been sent by the Harpers. Get a message from you. I only have a few minutes. I need you to help and work with me. We've been spent all day long trying to find you.
And she like wakes up, and she'll actually still get up so she can like look over and look at you. And when she sees you, she kind of like, it's weird to see like a facial expression on a horse, but she looks kind of surprised.
Okay.
But then she kind of reins that in and doesn't respond to you. She kind of just sits there, and she noses around and eats some of her food.
Maxine, you need to speak with me. Please. There was some information that you need to give. It's really important.
And she's not responding to that. She's acting like a horse would act if you were just talking to her normally.
What other information do I need to say?
Cough, we're working with the Harpers. Cough.
I already mentioned the Harpers.
Cough, the name of the guy who
Bert
sent you.
sent me. I know you're undercover. That's why I'm trying to speak in horse. I don't have that long.
And if you keep trying to talk to her for a bit, after a minute, she'll like kind of like turn back and start making some horse noises. Even though you're doing a speak with animals, she's like making sounds like a horse would make. She's not actually talking.
Would you prefer me speak in common? That is not as inconspicuous.
She doesn't actually speak horse. She only speaks common, which is why the other horses don't like her.
Is that it?
That would be hilarious.
So I will say very quietly in common then, I will say, can I speak to you in common? You answer me. This is very important. I'm working with the Harpers to help find you. Mert sent me.
Make a persuasion check. Who's at 17?
Yes.
And she will reply, prove that we were with the Harpers.
Do I have anything to prove that I'm with the Harpers? Did he give us anything?
No. Just the information that he gave us.
Just the information that she's a horse that speaks common, and she's supposed to be, or he believes that she has information about known.
Did he drop any other names of people? Like he was trying to get this information for someone? I can't remember, to be honest.
So
No.
here's what it actually says in the book. So, in quotes, it says, one of the drays working in the city is pulled by a talking mare named Maxine. Locate her. Find out if she's learned the identity of any Zent operative, and if so, determine their whereabouts. That's
so
literally all it says about this quest.
So I will pretty much say that. I will say, Mert sent me to find you. I spent all day long looking for you. I know you can speak common. Isn't that enough to know that I would know to find you and to look for a horse that could speak common?
You could be a spy.
I don't want to be a spy. I just want to know so I can take this information back. Have you found out anything about, what was it, Zent hideouts or operatives? I was told that you have some information that you're trying to get across the way that Mert did. I can't help the way that he did it, but this is the way that he did.
And she kind of just pauses for a minute and continues to eat. She's got like a bucket of probably just like oats or other I don't know what all is in horse feed. I don't know whatever horse breakfast would be. She's got some of it there and she's eating it. And,
Oats and whey.
yeah. She'll come back and she doesn't look at you, but she'll start to say, it was almost 10 days ago. There was a large man who boarded the dray, and 2 other men were with him. I think they were employees. One of them went by the name Erstal.
Erstal Floxen.
He said the Stone of Galore was not in the Blue Alley. They were concerned about disappointing their master, and they thought hopefully his new manticore pet would cheer him up. The whole conversation was very strange. They said something about interrupting a monk's divinations, and they rode from the Sea Ward down to the Weymouth. And that's all I was able to find out.
Sea Ward to what?
The Weymouth. And you would know the Weymouth is that southern intersection of the High Road and the Way of the Dragon.
Okay. Is there anything else that you need me to get to the Harpers?
That was everything.
Okay. Thank you, Maxine. Say, would you like a snack?
And
I'll pull out a treat.
She's already like eating her food, so she doesn't know I'm paying attention.
I'll toss it into her thing then. Be like, thanks.
Okay.
Right? I know. I kind of like annoyed like stomp out of the place because she was just very annoying to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't a horse.
Okay.
So what'd you find out?
Alright, I found out that she pretty much saw Erstal, and he is trying to find, I think, that stone thingy that the other dude wanted us to find, and that's why he was in the Blue Alley.
So we got 2 people asking us about
We're
Erstal.
speaking very quietly about all of this,
Mhm.
let's say.
Yeah.
And I assume you're moving. You're not.
Yes,
hanging out.
we're walking and talking.
Yeah.
Like, I would say that we need to start just heading back to the room that we got. So we'll start walking and, like, talking about this.
Are you hungry? Would you like to stop for some food on the way?
Sure. I haven't had breakfast. But something about interrupting a monk's divination, and they went from the Sea Ward to the Weymouth.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that stuff means. I know I interrupted a monk. At least I tried. He shushed me.
I mean, at least we have something to take back to Mert. Maybe he knows more.
Yeah. But we got 2 people asking about Erstal Floxen and 2 people asking about Stone. So it seems to all be kind of intertwined.
That does seem to be what is going on.
Well, good work.
I didn't even have to use my freaking spell. She didn't talk to me in horse.
Well, that's a bummer. I know you were really excited about it.
Yeah, it was kind of pointless. We could have just done this last night, and you didn't have to stay up all night, so I'm sorry.
It's alright. It was worth it. We got what we needed.
I'm really glad you didn't say I got some true sleep.
I thought that's where you was.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this
It
could
was
get
worth it.
Alright, so long story short, we'll grab a quick bite to eat. Well, she will. I'm not hungry, so I'll just sit there. And then we'll head back to the dock ward.
Okay. And Dan and Nightbreeze, you are somewhere performing.
Yep.
Do we come across them performing?
So make a investigation check.
Natural 1.
16. I'm
Uh,
assuming we're walking in the general area that they are. Yeah, we.
so they went down here, and they're probably somewhere out here performing. You guys are coming through this way. Yeah, I think you'd run into them.
Just look for the large crowd of people cheering.
Yeah. I'll hear the music. I'll see the lights.
You do realize everywhere I am, there's a crowd applauding.
Yeah. I just imagine you have like a chorus of minstrels following you, like in Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
So yeah, you find Dan doing his tricks, and Nightbreeze is hanging out with the snake.
doing tricks.
Doing
That's
tricks?
what that means.
Yeah.
Illusions.
Illusions.
So, I'll pretty much go to Nightbreeze and say, found what we're looking for.
I think I would actually break character a bit and say, "Where the hell were you guys last night? I'm so happy that you're." Hey, Dan, we don't need to find new friends.
And just real quickly, I shoot Nightbreeze a little wink.
Oh,
Oh.
God. No.
Okay then.
We found her, and we had to watch and make sure she didn't leave so we could talk to her
You,
this
you
morning.
found Maxine?
Yes.
Sweet. So we could talk about what you found out later. I look over and go, "Dude, you look tired."
I am exhausted by 1 whole point.
On the scale of 1 to 6.
I stayed up all night, and then I was harassed by a bunch of guards for walking while noble.
Man, it just sucks. Well, we're still looking for stuff down here, but
Okay, well, I'm gonna go sleep.
Should go do that. We have a room.
yeah.
That's probably a good idea. You sleep, and I can maybe help here. What are you guys doing?
Like all sorts of cool tricks. I'm teaching
Illusions!
all sorts of really cool. I'm teaching Sleet some new maneuvers. You know, we got some juggling, some music. We've got a dancing snake that the crowd seems to love.
Yeah, Dan's doing all sorts of tricks. He's got.
We met some amazing, heartbreaking children that we were able to help out a little bit, but they were amazing for us as well. So we're doing what we can to kind of keep an eye on things down here.
I'm trying to remember. How do we get our information back to Mert? Did he say just like go to his house, or?
He did.
Okay. Well,
And
his house is,
we
like,
know where
kinda
Mert
here.
lives, so
Okay. I don't know if we wanted to like wrap that up right now, or so.
well, we are at 11:30.
Yeah.
It's 11:40,
I have 11:36.
and 4 of us have to work tomorrow.
Thanks for the reminder, Josh.
I'll be right here. Hanging out doing nothing.
Why don't we play it that we continue to do some entertaining, Gus gets some sleep, and we can pick up after Gus gets some rest.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you going to wait for him to take a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll pick up more in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hey, come check out our Discord channel. It is a link down below. On Friday nights, go check out Craniodad's channel. We're playing more D&D. And is there anything else we want to announce?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, we've got Fridays, we've got tonight, we've got giveaways going on Friday nights once we hit every 20 followers. So
And go give him a follow.
yeah, following's free.
All right. Thanks,
Yay,
everyone.
we
We'll
found
see
the
you.
horse.
We
Checkbox.
did a thing.
All right.
Hey, and I made more money than Gus did, even though he's the one that owes me money.
Fair.
All right. See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.